Shamoun, by the way, ran away from me.
Bob, I was running to look for Aisha's doll. See, when you lie, I'm going to have to put you in your place. But now, Bob, your God doesn't know everything. So you're either ignorant or you lie.
I disagree with you. Go
Okay,
on,
can
then.
I show
Prove
you
it
from
to
the
me.
Quran? Well, I don't care. You
Yes,
disagree. I'm
go
going to
on.
show you from the Quran. So because you brought me into the picture and you lied about me, now I'm going to have to put you in a place. We're going to see. Now I want to make you look for Aisha's dolls. So can you bring up that article? This is your God speaking, right? The Quran is a speech of Allah.
What verse? Chapter 2.
Well, I'm
1, 8.
asking you the question. You're manifesting it. Bob, you were behaving yourself. What happened? I thought I'm the one who's
No.
running. Is the Quran the word of your God, right? This is Allah speaking?
Yes.
Okay, let me read it for you. When my servants question thee concerning me, I am near to answer the call of the caller when he calls to me. So let them respond to me and let them believe in me. Perhaps they will go all right. La lahum. Perhaps, maybe they'll go all right. There are many verses, Allah saying this. But if you scroll down, let's see what the lexical meaning for lam, ayn, lam. Lam, ayn, lam. Perhaps, maybe that. It is hoped to be happy. It is used to denote either a state of hope or fear, whether that state pertains to the speaker or to the addressee or to someone else's expectation. So don't tap dance around the Arabic, please, Bob. How come your God says perhaps, maybe, because he's hoping this will happen? I thought he knows everything.
Okay. Now, when Allah speaks in the Quran, Allah sometimes he speaks in a metaphoric term. Okay? And you know this Psalm yourself. You know this because this is in the Bible itself. Okay?
Forget
So
about
now
my Bible.
it's Psalm, it's my turn. It's my turn to speak.
Yeah,
I'm
but
allowed you to
one.
speak. No, I'm answering now. Please don't interrupt me.
Yeah,
All
just
right?
please be direct to the point if you can.
Open up the article again.
You're not speaking to a layman Muslim. You're speaking to somebody who knows his religion.
Sure not.
All right?
No, be careful, Bob.
This is Bob Logic we're talking to, Sam.
By the way, scroll down to 48:27 because I'm gonna let him bury his own grave.
Thank you. Yeah. So when Allah speaks, he speaks in a metaphorical term sometimes. Okay, but it doesn't mean that it is literal because this is itself in the Christian Bible.
How do you know?
How do I know?
My Christian Bible's corrupt.
Why are you appealing to the Bible? How do you know?
Yeah. How do you know this is metaphorical?
Because when Allah says perhaps, He's actually using that in a metaphorical term.
How do you know?
How do you know?
Because Allah speaks in that way sometimes. He speaks in that way.
Why? That's the point.
Another circle.
Why?
Why? Because Allah can speak anyhow He wants.
So He can speak like an ignoramus who has to hope for things, and he's not.
No, of course not. Okay. Now there's verses in the Quran where Allah says constantly He is all knowing. This is how I come to know. This is a metaphorical term.
Well, it's a contradiction.
It's not. It's not a contradiction, Sam. It's not a contradiction.
Okay, how about this verse, Bob? You tried your best. How about this one? You, Bob, being a Muslim, because you're not an ordinary Muslim, you just told everyone you're a special Muslim. You're at a higher level. You know that Muslims will say, Inshallah, if Allah wills, because they don't know the future, right?
That's right.
You may plan something and doesn't happen. So you have to say, Inshallah, right?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So why does Allah say, Inshallah? Doesn't He know what's going to happen?
Show me the verse. I need to see the verse.
48:27 right there.
Right here on the screen, brother.
Let me read it because context is important.
Okay.
Indeed, Allah shall fulfill the true vision which He showed to His messenger in very truth. Certainly, you shall enter al-Masjid al-Haram, insha'Allahu, if Allah wills.
But wait, that's Allah speaking. You'll enter Masjid al-Haram, inshallah, if Allah wills. So Allah's saying, you'll enter if Allah wills. So doesn't Allah know His own will?
He doesn't know.
No, this is okay.
It's metaphorical, yeah.
Can I respond to this, please?
Yeah. Go ahead. Cook him, Bob Logic.
Cook me, baby. Cook me without oil.
Yeah. So basically, what this verse is saying here is that the Prophet ﷺ, will enter Mecca if Allah wills.
Yeah.
So this is basically saying if Allah wills, He will do it, which is the case. As we can see later.
Does Allah not know His will?
Come on, Sam. Allow me to speak, Sam.
I don't think they understand what arguments are. I think
come on, Sam.
Don't understand what an argument is and how to.
Come on, Sam. I allowed you to speak.
Okay, but Bob, let me restate the question. Okay, let me restate it. Does Allah know whether Muhammad's going to enter the masjid or not?
Yes, He knows that. Yeah.
So why does He say if Allah wills? Doesn't He know what He's willed?
No, of course, He knows what He wills. Yeah, it's basically
if Allah wills?
He's speaking to the Muslims here. Yeah, who don't know. Remember that the Muslims who don't know.
Yeah, but Allah knows.
So, yeah, but he's speaking to the Muslims who don't know. So by communicating with them, He's speaking to them in a human way. Okay, for them to understand. This is why Allah mentions it this way. Okay, because it's not like Allah is speaking to himself. He's speaking to human beings who don't know. So by mentioning that, he's speaking to us, telling us if Allah wills, for us to know that it is up to him to allow it or not. And of course, that was happened later on. The Muslims later on realized that Allah willed it. So he's
Yeah,
speaking to us. Remember that.
that's
He's
fine.
not
But
speaking
why
to
does
himself.
Allah have to say, Bob, take it easy, man. Why does Allah
It's
have
fine.
to say, you will enter Masjid al-Haram if Allah wills? But excuse me, Allah, did you will for us to enter? Oh, if Allah wills. No, but that's not the answer. Is it your will for us to Inshallah.
Did you understood it, sir?
Yeah, you're saying Allah speaking as a man. So notice what you did. When Jay asked you, you likened Allah to a human with body parts, and now you're likening Allah to a human who has to say, if God wills. Now expect the human to say that because he doesn't know. But when Allah is telling you, you will enter Masjid al-Haram, and he stops, Inshallah. Surprise, David, if Allah wills.
And we bring these days to men by turns, and that Allah may know those who believe and take witnesses from among you. And Allah does not love the unjust, and that he may purge those who believe and deprive the unbelievers of blessings. Do you think that you will enter the garden while Allah has not yet known those?
Allah has not yet known?
Allah has not yet known.
How come Allah doesn't know yet? And he has to test you in order for you to pass the test with faithful, and then Allah will know because he doesn't know yet.
Let me read it in the Quran.com among people so that Allah may reveal the true believers.
It doesn't say may reveal. But anyway, that's okay. Keep going.
Well, that's what it says here, reveal.
Yeah, that's your butchering of the Arabic, because I'm going to even give you the Muslim scholars that I quote in that article say that's not what it means. But go ahead, Bob. You're trying.
Okay, well, let me continue to read because the viewers want to hear as well. Okay.
By the way, did you
Allah,
catch, Avery, how they butchered 3140? They said may reveal.
Mm-hmm.
It says that Allah may know. And by the way, I knew the Muslims played this game. At the end, I quote the Muslim scholars where they admit there were Muslim scholars who use these verses to show that Allah does not know the future.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm already a couple of steps ahead of
you.
you.
That's what I was referring to. That the Ibn Taymiyyah thinks that God has to update his knowledge kind of on a daily basis.
Yes.
Okay, let me continue. Allah may reveal the believers, choose martyrs from among you, and Allah does not like the wrongdoers, and distinguish the believers and destroy the disbelievers. Do you think you will enter paradise without Allah providing which of you
Without Allah what?
Which of you struggled?
You even pervert your own Quran.
And patiently endured. So as you can see, Sam here.
No, it doesn't say
provide. Why didn't you go to Quran.com? You went to somewhere else.
Doesn't say provide, Bob. Open up my article because I'm going to embarrass you for basing it on English. When the Arabic says no, it doesn't say provide, risk, or it doesn't say reveal, which would be wahi. That's not in the... Bob, I'm already a couple of steps ahead of you because I knew you Muslims would play this game. Scroll down. Because I don't go to Quran.com reading a Muslim butchering the Arabic to hide the fact that Allah has to do stuff to learn and acquire knowledge. Here you go, right here. Aha, Muhammad M. Ayub. He quotes Al-Razi on 3140 because he admits there were Muslims who used this verse to show that Allah grows in his knowledge, and he tried to explain it away.
Yep, I'll read it. Razi is interested in the theological problems raised by the phrase, in order that God may know.
Okay, now before you go on, Avery, this is Mahmoud M. Ayub on his volume on Muslim Exegesis of chapter 3. Did he say Allah may provide or Allah may reveal?
Nope. He said Allah may know.
Now, before he reads on, can you now apologize, Bob, for trying to mislead us by a Quran translation that perverts your own Quran?
I'm not going to apologize because the translation here, the translation here doesn't say what you're showing here.
Okay, well, let him read on the next phrase. Read the next phrase, what Al-Razi says.
He argues that the literal sense of God's saying, in order that God may know, would suggest that God alternated the days in order to acquire knowledge.
That's the literal sense of the word?
Mm-hmm.